Welcome to Better Living with Adrian, where we talk about the things that we already do in life, but just learn how to do them better. Today's guest is Joanne Rinaldi from Organized Concepts. Welcome, Joanne.
Thank you, Adrian.
Tax season goes far beyond April 15th.
Right.
We know we need to prepare before April 15th, but we also need to make sure that we're prepared for the following year.
Right.
So what do you recommend now that we're around that area and that time? What do you recommend to your clients?
Well, I think that your finances should be organized just like your house is organized. So I always recommend to my clients that they have a filing cabinet of some sort, whether it's a big 5-drawer filing cabinet that they can keep in the garage or a small portable filing cabinet for their everyday papers.
Some sort of filing system.
Right.
Do you find that, I mean, that seems obvious, that seems like common sense. Do you find that your clients do or do you not have that? I mean,
I would say most of the people that I work for have filing cabinets and don't use them as filing cabinets.
Really?
Right.
Is there a way to more effectively file paper so that your filing cabinet stays organized?
I think once you set up a filing system, then you can follow it. I think the biggest step for people is they don't know what categories to make, and then they don't know where the papers go.
How do you find out what categories to make?
It's pretty easy. If you get all the papers that you have around your house and you put them into groups, even on your dining room table, then you know what categories you have by looking at those piles of paper.
So make the categories, make the filing system, and you're organized not only for tax season but beyond tax season.
Right, exactly.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Coming up will be some more Better Living tips. Parenting can be a difficult job, and one major thing that parents have to deal with are temper tantrums. So today we have Laura Pappas from English Creek Academy. Laura, how do we deal with temper tantrums? They can be embarrassing. We all know what they're like. How do we deal with them?
I think the best way to deal with a child that's having a temper tantrum is try to ignore that child if all possible. Maybe walk out of the room. Say to the child, as soon as you stop crying, we can talk. Sometimes that will work, sometimes it won't work. What I would suggest is saying, maybe a little distraction, do you need a glass of water, you need a cup of water? As soon as you take a breath, we can talk.
Now what about if the temper tantrum's in public and you can't ignore it? Do you take them outside?
That's a little bit harder. If you can take them outside, maybe put them in the car. You're sitting in the car, as soon as you're done, we can go back to the store and do what we need to do.
And this would apply for any age?
I think so. I think temper tantrums are worse at age 2 or 3 than they are at 6, but yes, I think that would apply great.
So ignore them, stay consistent.
Absolutely.
You be calm.
Absolutely.
Best way to deal with a temper tantrum.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Anything you would like to see again, log on to NBC40.net and click Better Living with Adrian. That's Better Living.